those eyes. Don't take offense if I do not oblige. I can't belabor like none of these guys. They hit me once and I'm cutting the ties. I was so low but I'm back on the rise, it's real. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom.
Though Mansfield Christian Flames with their season opener taking on the Mount Gilead Indians here in Mount Gilead, Ohio. Coming up next.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Hi, this is Bryce Coder with the OH.Report reporting to you live from Mount Gilead, Ohio. Bringing you the pregame show, the Sutton Bank's pregame show. Talking about Mansfield Christian today, first team after bat. We're looking at Isaac Hillman, first team All-MBC, district honorable mention, first baseman last year, had a batting average over 400. And then we're going to look at Brock Rinsell, All-MBC catcher, he batted 282. Last year in the season, looking to improve on that, have an even better season this season opener now. We're looking at the keys to victory here. Hitting the ball, obviously getting the ball in play. Had a great OBP, but that batting average was a little bit low. And then finding that ace, right? Finding that pitcher that can throw the ball consistently. A lot of graduating seniors from the team last year looking to find their start with Ethan Bishop, looking to have a great opening day here. All right, and our spotlight for the Indians here. Average batting .234 last year, but a .339 on-base percentage. Aggressive on the base paths with 29 stolen bases. We're looking at Carter Kinnan here. He was a stud last year, pitching and hitting. Pitching, believe this, 1.15 ERA, batting above a 400 there. And then Nick Garvey leading the team in RBIs last year. He's batting in the 4 spot this year. Looking to improve that batting average, but again, really looking to drive home those runs like he did last season. All right. The keys to victory today, really back up Kinnan. You know, he's a really fantastic pitcher, but it's a windy day. Ball's going to slow down a little bit. Going to be a bit unpredictable on the ground, especially with this grass infield. Make consistent plays, and then, of course, putting the ball in play, getting people in positions where they can score. Carter Kinnan warming up here. The ball's throw down. Getting ready to play baseball. Brock Renzel, catcher, first up to bat here for the Flames. Carter sets. Kicks and deals. And it hits him. First pitch of the game, hit by pitch. And Brock will take his base. Runner on first now. Next up to bat, Ethan Bishop, the pitcher. In the 2 spot. Carter looking to reset out of the stretch. Sets. Pickoff move. And he got him at first. A fantastic pickoff move. Caught Brock Renzel sleeping. Nobody on base now. 1 out. We reset here. Out of the stretch still. That's low. 1-0 now. 1 count. The 1-0. Right down the middle, taken for a strike. All even at 1. Deals. That's high. The check. No, he didn't, says the blue. 2-1. Nobody on. That's a hit to the third baseman now. Grounded. Flipped across the field. Routine play out at first. Got him by a step. The offense will reset here. Next up, Cale Everode, shortstop. Carter getting the call. The pitch. Ball low. Looks like Kinnan lost his hat in the wind here. The 1-0. That's low in the dirt. 2-0 now. Hitters count now. He can really wait for whatever pitch he wants. Driven down the third base line. Foul. It'll be 2-1 now with 2 outs. Nobody on. Kinnan resets for the 2-1. That's outside on the corner. 3-1 now. That's ball 4, a walk. Cale Everode takes his base at first. Coming up next is Isaac Hillman. Batted over 400 last year. That's low in the dirt. 1-0, and this is really the matchup we've been looking at. A fantastic pitcher in Carter Kinnan and a phenomenal batter in Isaac Hillman. Runner lead short. Kinnan out of the stretch, deals. That's low again. I think the wind is really starting to get to him here. He lost his hat again there. Carter deals. The 1-0. That's fouled. Nicked it and hit the plate. Out of play. We'll reset at 1-1. Left and right fielders playing about 10 feet off the fence. Kinnan sets. Another low one. It's by the catcher there. Everode ultimately deciding not to take second base. Isaac Hillman, 2-1 count. Swung on and missed. Swung right through it there. Nice pitch by Carter Kinnan. Brings it to 2-2. Hillman, first team all Mid-Buckeye Conference last year. Pickoff move, no luck this time. Carter will reset. Check the runner. Come set. And the pitch. That one's driven down the third baseline. That's barely fair. Thrown to first. He's called safe. The runner will advance to third there. A close play on the line and a bang-bang play at first base. Runner's on the corner now with 2 outs. Now we have Adam McLaughlin, second baseman, coming up to bat with runners on the corners, 2 outs. First baseman covering, same as the third. Carter sets. Swung on and missed. Taking control in this count, 0-1 now. Modest leads by the runners. The 0-1. Another one swung on and missed there. The 0-2 pitch. This is the first time Kennan's been in control of a count. We'll see what he does here. Payoff pitch. That's over his head. Almost hits him. Runners on the corners now. 1-2. Sets. That's low, says the umpire. 2-2 now. Still modest leads by the runners. The pitch. A called strike low and on the corner there. Mount Gilead Indians working themselves out of the jam there. You're watching high school baseball live and free on the OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Coming back to you live now for the bottom of the first inning. Indians up to bat now. We've got Ethan Bishop pitching. Only 2 appearances last year, as mentioned earlier. Several graduating seniors for the Flames, but looking to make their mark here on the pitching front. First up to bat is the ever-dangerous Carter Kinnan, though, batting .413 last season. We'll see how this wins Bishop as well. So really getting to Kinnan a little bit, hat flying off a few times, and some pitches that look like they would have been strikes, flying outside of the strike zone at the last second. So we'll see how the team adjust and strategize to this wind. Ball's coming down. We're getting ready to play baseball here. First up to bat is Carter Kinnan against this Ethan Bishop matchup. Pitcher sets, kicks and deals. It's a drive down to the third baseman. Over to the shortstop, flips it over. Kennan's going to make the run to first there. He's safe. Looks like there's some difficulty catching the ball as well. Runner on first. Next up is Hayden Summerlot. It's a nice play to try and get the ball, but kept it in front of him. That's all you can really do in these situations. Hayden Summerlot coming to set second baseman. There's a bunt right back to the pitcher. He has trouble picking it up there. Got the runner by a step, so the sacrifice will work, moving the runner over to second base there. Brings up Gage Baker, the shortstop. A runner on second now. Fresh count, 1 out. Bishop sets. He checks the runner. Just steps off. Fakes the throw, keeping the runner honest there. That one's low for the 1-0 count. Ethan Bishop setting up here, checking the runner. Checked him twice now, checked him 3 times. Sets and deals. It's a low pitch, hit up the middle, slow roller. First baseman can't come up with it. Kennon's advancing to home. So that's an RBI single there. You can see that heads up play there. Checking the runner, sees the ball's out and just advances. 1-0 Indians. Runner on first, fresh count, 1 out. Bishop sets, pitches out of the stretch, kicks and deals. Runner on the move, hit down the third baseline. Third baseman collects it, flips it to the first baseman. That's by him. Runner's going to advance past third base. Runner's going to second base. Runner is going to score. The hitter's on second. And after that error, the hitter will end up on second base. The runner scores, and that's 2-0 for the Indians now. And damage done early. That one hit down the middle, fielded cleanly and nicely, charged up the ball as you should, but the throw was not on target there. Pitcher sets, deals, swung right through and missed. That was a nice swing, but couldn't get a hold of that ball. Pitcher sets. Swung on and missed for the strikeout. The 3-pitch strikeout there. 2 outs now with the runner in scoring position. Pitcher sets for the new count. Hit down the third baseline, foul. This is Johnny Martinez. Bishop sets. Checks the runner. That's a looping breaking ball left high. Middle infielders trading ownership over the coverage of that bag. Hit down the third baseline, called foul. It's a 1-1 count now. Even at 1. Fairly large lead at second base. No check by the pitcher. And it's high again, 2-1 count. Now Bishop's got to battle to get back in this count here. Sets, checks. Hit to the shortstop. It's a blooper. Flip to the first baseman. He is out that time. That's 3 outs. 2 runs for the Indians there. Some great base running. Some left to be desired for them.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Indians warming up again. Getting ready to pitch. Carter Kinnan was able to take home a hit in his first at bat. Now coming back onto the mound, looking to do some more damage against the Flames here. 2-0 Indians. Brand new count. We want to thank today's sponsor, Knox County Community Hospital. Thank you to all of our sponsors for allowing us to be live and completely free to fans, including Sutton Bank, Frito Lay. All right, and we'll get set here. J.R. Reeder up to bat now. The only underclassman on this varsity team. And get this, he's a freshman. Looking to make his mark this season. Quick conversation behind the plate, and we're ready to play baseball. First pitch of this inning here. That's a called strike in the inside corner there. Good pitch. We'll have the 1-0 here. Kicks and deals. Another called strike, low. And the pressure's on for Reeder here for this young freshman. The 0-2 was called high, the breaking pitch. We'll set again. Another payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, that low breaking pitch. That's hard for the younger players when you haven't seen that breaking pitch at 60 feet before. You aren't sure when it's going to break. We'll reset here with Jack Kelly, the left fielder. Strike 1, right down the middle. Kelly only 10 plate appearances last year. Looking to have a bigger impact on this varsity team. The pitch. That's outside. 1-1 now. 1 out, nobody on. Pitch. It's low. Past the catcher there. And this Mount Gilead field is known for that long backstop there. It really makes it difficult on those catchers and forces them to keep the ball in front of them. We'll reset for the 2-1 pitch now. That's a strike inside there. 2-2. It's all even at 2. Looking at a payoff, potentially a breaking pitch like we saw in the last AB. Kennan sets. Umpire says no, he didn't on the check swing. That is 3-2. That was a close one. The pitch, full count, and he walks him. So there will be a runner on first here. Bringing up Lincoln Day, the third baseman, the 8-hitter, with 1 out, the top of the second inning here. The Flames with the runner on, looking to make up that difference from the bottom of the first. They gave up those 2 big runs there. Modest lead at first. Kicks and deals. That's outside. 1-0. Taking a second to step on here. Checks the runners. Sets. The 1-0. That's low. 2-0 now. The wind looks like it's slowing down a bit. Another low pitch there. A 3-0 count. Threatening to walk a runner into scoring position here. And the wind kicks up again. You can see the pitchers waiting in the stretch for that wind to die down. It's a called strike, 3-1. A right fielder lost his hat. That pitch is low. So that's a walk. A runner on second and first now. That brings up the 9-hitter Robbie Vogel, the right fielder. Threatening to do some damage against the Indians' defense here. Infield's playing somewhat in. Outfield at about half depth. He skips it, almost hits him. Count is now 1-0. And a time for a pitcher's meeting. And this is a difficult situation. You got a runner on first and second. You've just fallen behind in a count. This is a varsity team, so everyone has the ability to hit. You just got to be diligent. You got to pay attention. You got to be careful here. We'll reset. Cannon still has the ball. The players, they're freezing. You can see them huddling themselves, the second baseman and the third baseman. Runners in on first. Shortstop slipping behind the second baseman to cover the bag. Right fielder is very in. The pitch. Outside. 2-0 count now. Again, you've got to be careful. You don't want to walk the bases full here. Bringing up the top of the order. Huge lead at first, but nobody covering. That's a strike. The lower outside corner there. The Indians are very passively covering second as well. Kinnan sets the 2-0. It's a called strike. 2-2 now. The aggressive lead again at first. The 2-2. And the payoff pitch. Low, and that's behind the catcher. Again, that long backstop. The runners are going to advance. Now we have 2 runners in scoring position with a full count coming up. Yeah, that one fortunately just skipped and got by the catcher there. We'll reset for the full count. 1 out, runners on second and third in the top of the second. Flames threatening to do some damage here. That's ball 4. That's going to be a walk, so they will walk the bases full. And that brings up Brock Renzel, the all-MBC catcher, batted .282 last season, looking to do some damage with bases full. This is a big moment here. 1 out, a double play gets him out of the inning. And that's by the catcher here. The run will score. That advances runners into second and third. Kinnan slow moving for a second here. And they're having a conversation. Looks like Kinnan will come out of this game. Yeah, grabbing his arm. I didn't see anything particularly on the throw, but it was apparent right away that he was grabbing his arm. So we'll have a new pitcher here. Yeah, all the players huddling. They're so cold right now. That is hard for a pitcher, putting that much stress on your arm, and then factor in the fact that it's 45 degrees with 30-mile-per-hour gusts of wind. You know, it's going to be hard for anyone, let alone a pitcher. We certainly hope he's okay. Now pitching will be Joey Baldwin, coming off the bench for the Indians here. You're watching high school baseball live and free on the OH Report. Top of the second inning. A new pitcher here for the Indians after the injury. Brock Renzel pops it third base side, but that's foul. A nice effort by the third baseman, especially in this cold weather. I don't know if I'd do it, but all the same, he tries and wasn't able to pick it up. We'll reset here. The 3-2. 1 out. Runners on second and third. 2-1 Indians in the top of the second inning here. Sets. Hit down the third base line. Again foul. Extending this at bat even longer. Joey's going to set, checks the runner, checks him twice, kicks and deals. Swung through and missed for the strikeout. The Indians really needed that one there. 2 outs with runners on second and third, looking to get themselves out of this jam and back onto the hitting side. Baldwin again out of the stretch, checks the runners. Low and outside, 1-0 now. Looking to bring the count even. Baldwin sets. The 1-0. That's low. So danger looming now. A 2-0 count. 2 runners in scoring position. Only up by a run here. And the 2-0. High. So that's 3-0 now, threatening again to walk the bases full. That is not something you want to do with the cleanup hitters coming up. Ethan Bishop looking to get on base here. That swung on, popped up, out of play. And you can see how many times the pitcher checks the runner. Even though you know that third base runner isn't moving, he's clapping, he's trying to get your attention. He wants you to look over there. That's a hit down the right field line. Foul ball. It was a pretty healthy hit, but all the same foul. That's 3-1. Out by about 8 feet, but that wind took it. Really threatened to be a big play there. And Baldwin will reset here against Bishop. Checks him over and over. The 3-2. And what I like about Bishop right now is he's not waiting for a walk. He's not waiting for these borderline pitches. He wants to hit the baseball and drive in those runners. Hitter gets the signs. That's 4 runner checks there. That's ball 4 now. A really difficult AB there. Tried to get back into it, tried to get ahead in that count, but unfortunately walks the batter. Bases full now, and that brings up Cale Everard, the shortstop, in the 3-hole. Bases full, 2 outs, 2-1 Indians here. The Flames looking to get some RBIs. Baldwin kicks and deals. High pitch there, 1-0. The 1-0 now. Pitch. That's a good pitch for a strike. Looked at by the batter. 1-0 right down the middle there. Again, that big backstop looms. You have to be careful as a catcher. Keep that in front of you. That's a ball low. 2-1 now. And the leads by the runners are becoming more and more aggressive every pitch. Only the third baseman holding the runner on. The pitch is hit high to center field. And that'll be caught for out number 3. Indians work themselves out of the jam there, work through the injury, and get themselves out of the inning without a single run scored. That's impressive. You're watching high school baseball live and free on the OH Report.
It's just the little things.
High school baseball here, bottom of the second inning. Indians coming up to bat here. Indians leading the Flames 2-1 in the bottom of the second. Bringing up Mason Barnum. I'm Bryce Coder with the OH.Report, coming back to you live. Looking to get this inning started here. Indians working themselves out of that jam in a really difficult position. Giving up that one run, but after the pitching change, able to work themselves out, limit the damage here. Ethan Bishop returning to pitch against Mason Barnum. Only 4 plate appearances last year. And that's a drive to center field on the 0-0 pitch. And a speedy run to first base. That one is smashed, a line drive on a rope for a base hit there. Runners on first. We have Cameron Vickers coming up. Batted .239 last season. The runner's on the move. Throw down to second. And he's safe. The throw was behind him, so the runner will be safe at second. A low pitch. The throw behind him. Good steal there by Mason Barnum. Bishop sets, checks the runner. It's a low pitch. Ball. The second baseman holding the runner on. About a 5-foot lead. Thinks about it, ultimately decides not to. No swing there, called for a ball. Pitcher sets. That's a called strike. Three and one the count now. The pitch. Over his head, and that's ball 4. Runners at first and second now. The Flames getting into their own dangerous situation defensively here now. That brings up Cole Fricky. For the Indians, we're looking at batters 9-1-2 here. Ethan Bishop sets. The wind is relentless. He's waiting for that wind to pass. Finally, the pitch. And that is a drive to the left gap. Lands in front of the center fielder. The runners will advance. And they'll hold the runner at third. So bases loaded now with the top of the order coming up. A nice hit. So hard to read in that wind. The ball is so high up in the air. It can move in any direction. It's like trying to field a knuckleball. But we'll set up again here. Bases loaded, no outs. Indians up to bat. That's a hit to the third baseman. Play at the plate. Runners out at home. Bases will stay loaded, but the run does not score. That's 1 out. That was a great heads-up play by the third baseman to field that and get it into the catcher as quickly as possible. Instinct tells you to take it to first or look for a force, but home really was the great decision there. 0-0 count. Hit to the shortstop, charging it. Looks at home, but he's not going to get it this time. The runner will score. Everyone's safe. Bases loaded. The Indians are now leading 3-1 in the bottom of the first. And again, a good read. Fielded it cleanly, but just not a great throw to home. Too late. The run will score. Bases loaded. That's another hit to the shortstop. He boots it back to the pitcher. Another run will score for the Indians here. That's 2 straight hits. That's 4-1 for the Indians. Bases loaded again. And that brings up Nick Garvey, the team leader in RBIs last season, looking to drive in as many runs as he possibly can now for the Indians. 1 out here. Ethan Bishop setting up. And the pitch to Garvey is high, 1-0 now. Bases loaded, and you wonder if the runner on third will give Bishop that same psychological torture he got. And that's a good pitch inside. 1-1 the count now, all even. Bishop checks all the runners. The wind is low, sets. Kicks and deals the 1-1. That's low and behind the catcher. Baldwin's going to advance, and he scores. Runners on second and third now in scoring position. That one just scoots by the catcher, and again, that deep backstop punishing catchers. So Nick Garvey, the 1-1. That's a hit straight through the center. That's going to score both runners. Garvey's going to hold up at first there. That's going to be 7-1 for the Indians. Garvey, the RBI leader, coming through again for the Indians there. Runners hustling, and we'll reset with 1 out. That brings up Judah Reed, the third baseman. Garvey, big lead. That's low. Catcher checks the runner. I think the runner might have thought that the ball got behind the catcher there and was looking to advance. The 1-0. Bishop kicks and deals. And that is a deep hit to center field. And that one will be caught. Garvey returns. 2 outs now. That time the center fielder able to read that wind and make the catch for the out. It's going to bring up Johnny Martinez. That's a ball low. Bounces away from the catcher. But no advance. Two 2-0 now. Pitcher sets for the 2-0. Hitters count. That's a pop-up high. First baseman fielding it, drops his hat, ranges to the side, almost falls over, but able to make the catch there. Damage done for the Flames. Indians able to come through with some big hits there, able to come through with some RBIs. 7-1 Indians. Top of the third coming to you. Bryce Coder with the OH.Report, coming back to you live for the top of the third inning. Flames coming up to bat now, and we have the ever-dangerous Isaac Hillman. Again, first team all Mid-Buckeye Conference, a district honorable mention, batted over 440 last season. Believe it. Joey Baldwin back out to pitch now. Coach is coming set into the positions. And we're ready to play baseball. Baldwin coming out of the windup here. This isn't something we've seen too much from the Mount Gilead pitchers this far. Typically always pitching out of the stretch. First pitch of the inning is hit to the shortstop. Died in the grass there, over the first baseman's head, pulled the first baseman. He did end up grabbing it, but the runner will be safe all the same. Again, that ball dies in that infield grass. Still a good, strong throw. High for the first baseman that pulls him off there. So we'll have a runner on first now. Isaac Hillman picking up another hit. Adam McLaughlin, the second baseman, coming up. No outs for the Indians. Pitcher sets. That's hit in between the shortstop and the third baseman into left field for a base hit. Back-to-back hits on the first pitch here. Interesting. Again, a nice hit. Nothing either of the fielders could do. Just a hard hit ground ball between them. With no outs now, something to think about. The infield fly rule is in effect. The first baseman just lost his hat, it looks like. J.R. Reeder, the freshman, with a runner in scoring position, looking to get a hit here. And the pitch, late on that one, 0-1. Swung on and missed there. Right fielder helping out the first baseman with his hat. That's a teammate right there. So the 0-1 will set. No one holding the runner on second here. Interesting. That's a pop fly out of play behind the catcher. That's 0-2 now. A difficult position for the freshman here. Behind in the count. Want to knock those runs in. The 0-2. That one's low. Catcher does a great job of keeping the ball in front of him. That was a tough play for the catcher. The 1-2 pitch now. Runner's taking a large lead. The second baseman shuffling over to cover. The 1-2 pitch. Umpire says he did. That is a strikeout. I like that the freshman is staying aggressive here. Normally as a younger player, you want to try to get walks, get on base any way you can, but he's swinging at pitches. I like that. That'll bring up Jack Kelly. A called strike on the inside part of the plate. Runners on first and second now. 1 out for the Indians. Top of the third. Nobody covering. Shortstop shuffling over. The pitch is low. Again, keeping that ball in front of him very well. That's one of the hardest things you can learn as a catcher. Is once you see the balls going into the dirt, you gotta drop to your knees and make yourself a big target to keep that in front of you. Nothing by you. Baldwin's going to set the 1-1. Ball called outside. 2-1 now. The runner in scoring position. Again, nobody covering. The shortstop shuffling over again. The pitch is low. 3-1 now, and don't want to walk the bases full. Now the shortstop lost his hat, and the second baseman recovered it. It's really a team effort out here today. Baldwin's going to collect. The big lead on first. 2-2 now, brings it even. A good job there of fighting to get back in that count. All even at 2. 1 out now. Baldwin delivers. Swung right through it, and that's strike 3. 2 outs for the Indians now. Runner on first and second, again looking to get themselves out of this jam. Baldwin's going to set here, looking for this third out of the inning. That's a called strike, low, looked at. 0-1 the count now. Pitcher collects. Out of the stretch. Looks at the pickoff. Nobody covering. Looks like a step off. And we'll reset here with 0-1. Again, the runner's trying to get into the pitcher's head here. That's a good pitch right down the middle. Swung on. 0-2 now. Lincoln Day having some trouble with that one. And the 0-2 swung on and missed. That's a strikeout to end the inning. Stranding runners at first and second here. Indians coming up to bat. 7-1, bottom of the third. You're watching high school baseball live and free on the OH.Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Coming back to you live now, bottom of the third inning for the Mount Gilead Indians coming up to bat. 7-1 lead, looking to do some more damage here. We'd like to take a second to thank tonight's sponsors. Thank you to all of our sponsors for allowing our games to be live and free. We'd like to thank Sutton Bank, Frito Lay, and Knox Community Hospital. Thank you so much for that. If you'd like to sponsor, please contact the OH department, sales department, the OH.Report sales department. We'll get set here again. Ethan Bishop still on the mound. This brings up Mason Barnum for the Indians. The 1-0. That's hit to the shortstop again. Shortstop fields it cleanly, and that ball is past the first baseman. The long distance, the runner's going to advance here. He's looking for 3. First baseman makes a long throw. Runner's down. That's past the third baseman. The runner will advance all the way home, and the run scores for the Indians. And a series of several errors led a routine play at first into a score. You can see here, ball fielded cleanly, but the throw outside of the first baseman's grass, that's a good 30, 40 feet to that fence, and that allows the runner to get to third. This one's popped up off the right field side, will be foul. And we will reset here. With Cameron Vickers, that one low. Ethan Bishop will set up here from the stretch. Nobody on. A good pitch there right on the corner for Ethan Bishop. That one popped up behind the catcher, out of play. 1-2 the count now. The 1-2. Outside there, 2-2 now. Pitcher collects, kicks and deals. And that's hit softly back to the pitcher. Slowly collects. That one is on target for the out at first base there. A 1-3 ground out. One out now for the Flames. Still, despite this deficit, continuing to fight. That's a ball for the first pitch to Cole Fricke. We'll reset now. Hitters count 1-0. That's low and inside. Fricke has to back up on that one. 2-0. Corner's playing in here. This one is driven to left field, right in front of the left fielder. That's a base hit. Not going to push it to second there. Nice piece of hitting there on a nice pitch. That is a drive. Runner on first now. 1 out. Indians up 8-1 in the bottom of the third here. Flames still continuing to fight, trying to get back in this. A big lead over at first base. And he's running. That one swung on and missed. The runner is safe at second. The throw was behind the bag, so no tag made until after he was on the base. And Carter Cannon back in the game now. That's a softly hit ball to third base. Flip to first. A bang play. Umpire calls him out there. The runner will move to third. So that'll be 2 outs now for the Flames, but there is a runner on third, and a speedy one at that. Coming up now, Hayden Summerlot swung on and hit to the shortstop. It's a force play. It's a cannon from the shortstop. The first baseman unable to keep with it. The run will score, and the runner will be safe at first after that drop ball. Fields it cleanly, and an absolute shot to first base there, but unable to stay with it. That'll be 9-1 to for the Indians now, and a runner on first. Ethan Bishop sets again. This one hit to right field. On the right field line, right fielder was playing closer to center. This is going to be at least a double here. The run is going to score from third, and that is going to be a RBI triple there for Hayden Summerlot. My apologies, I believe that triple was Gage Baker. That's a pitch in the dirt there. Baker on third. 1-0 count. The pitch is low. Called a ball. 2-0 count now. Three and 0. You wonder if the combination of the wind and the mind games the runner on third is playing with the pitcher right now is pulling his head away from the strike zone. And that swung through behind the catcher. Runner on third decides not to run. The count will be 3-1 now. Pitcher sets. The 3-1 hit to the first baseman. First baseman's going to run it out. Nobody covering. Takes it himself for the force out at first base. That's the third out of the inning now. Indians 10-1 going into the top of the fourth inning there. Flames looking to make up the difference. You're watching high school baseball live and free on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Coming back to you here, it looks like we have a new pitcher for the Indians. Cameron Vickers coming into pitch. Coder with the here at Mount Gilead High School. My own alumni, actually. I am an alma mater of Mount Gilead, class of 2014. Played some baseball myself. Today I work in suicide prevention, believe it or not. I believe it's Robbie Vogel, the right fielder. Cameron Vickers sets out of the windup, kicks and deals, and that is a strike right down the middle. Oh, and 1 count now. And they are zooming that ball in here. 0 and 2. That one fouled over our booth. Vickers delivers. That one outside. 1 and 2 the count now. The wind periodically picking up on and off. That one low. 2 and 2. All even the count now. So now the third payoff pitch of this at-bat. That one is swung on and missed low. Strike 3 there. That'll bring up the top of the order for the Flames here. Again, Brock Rinsell, the all-MBC catcher, batted .282 last year. Looking to kick something off for the Flames here. That one hit to the shortstop. Fielded cleanly. A good throw. Gets the runner by a step. And that was a great pick by the first baseman. That one in the dirt. Was able to keep his head down. That's how you can tell a really good first baseman is in those throws in the dirt. Can they keep their head down? The instinct is to pull your head. You don't want to get hit in the face. But if you catch the ball, you can't get hit in the face. First one to Bishop in. 0 and 1 count. Vickers still out of the windup. That one hit to the third baseman. Ranges to his right. Another good play at first. Routine play from the third baseman to first. A good 1-2-3 inning there for the Indians. Staying strong. You're watching high school baseball live and free on the OH.Report.
It's just the little things, all of the little things.
Coming back to you live, bottom of the 4th inning here. Bryce Coder on the OH.Report. Mount Gilead Indians leading 10-1 over the Mansfield Christian Flames. New pitcher here for the Flames. Ethan Bishop pitched well, but unfortunately Mount Gilead was hitting the ball well. So now we'll see Lincoln Day, formerly the third baseman, now coming onto the bump to pitch. And we'll see how he deals with this wind here. Again, it has been an issue all day. It's unpredictable where that ball is going to line up. Even for the fielders we've seen, difficulty tracking that ball in the air. It looks like a knuckleball coming down with the wind and the ball so high. Especially as a catcher as well, you want to keep that ball in front of you. We've seen that long backstop really punish some of these catchers and even allow some runs to be scored. All right, and we'll set up here. Judah Reed coming up to bat against Lincoln Day. That one's outside. The wind undoubtedly taking that one. 1-0 now. Nobody on. The third baseman is covering far off of the third baseline, but the first baseman, that one in for a ball low. The first baseman right on the line, almost mimicking a shift here against the left-handed batter. Lincoln Day with the 2-0. That's a called strike on the letters. 2-1 now the count. Lincoln out of the windup. 3-1, close there. The wind kicking up again. That one's hit down the first base line. The shift works to their advantage, and it's an easy play. The unassisted first baseman just runs it to first, tags it himself. It'll be 1 down now. This brings up Johnny Martinez, the first baseman. So runner clears the field. Martinez now. A drive to left center field. The center fielder able to stick with it. A nice catch there. A great play. That one driven. We didn't know how it was going to go, but ultimately stumbles a bit, but is able to stick with it for the second out of the inning there for the Mansfield Christian Flames. This is going to bring up Barnum, Mason Barnum. And the pitch. High over his head. 1-0 the count now. More usual defensive pattern in the infield now. Out of the windup. Ends up hitting him. Just barely nicked him in the back of the thigh, says the umpire. And he will take his base. And that brings up Cameron Vickers. Some discussion now. I'm not sure what about. They'll bring up a substitution here. This will be Hayden Kryn coming up to bat now. And Lincoln coming out of the stretch now for the first time. The pickoff move not in time. It was a great pickoff move, but the runner on first able to read it well. That lead shrinks to only about 4 or 5 feet now as it begins to lengthen. Kicks and deals. That one's again behind him. Passes the catcher. The runner's going to move on to second base here. The defense has to take a breath and recollect here. They need a good pitch. As they'll set again, the 1-0. Two in 0 now. 2 outs for the Flames. Looking to get themselves out of this inning. And that one hits him. Hayden Kryn moving on to first base now. And that is the second straight batter that they've hit. Especially in this cold weather, that's got to sting. And for the pitcher, you've got to deal with the wind and chilly fingers. Hard to hold on to that ball. The step off checks the runner at first. There is a healthy lead by the runner, but no one's covering there. There is someone covering at second, a modest lead at second. The pitch is high, 1-0 now. Runners on first and second. And the catcher's going to have a talk here. They're back, likely just giving him some motivation there, knowing that they just have 1 out to get themselves out of this inning, a force at any base, just looking for a weak ground ball in the infield to get them out here. The pitch, high again, 2-0 now. The pitcher's going to reset, out of the stretch, set. Kicks and deals. That's inside, 3-0. Lincoln Day having some trouble finding the strike zone here in this inning. And unfortunately in this game with the Indians, when the pitches are in the strike zone, they're getting hit too. The pitch. A strike there. They needed that one. 3-1. And I notice how little Lincoln is paying attention to the runners now. He was paying a lot of mind to them. The 3-1 fouled off. Battling back now. 3-2 the count. That newfound focus on the batter. Lincoln sets. The payoff pitch gets him out of this inning. Called strike 3, and they're out of it. The Indians will strand 2. Some good pitching by Lincoln Day gets them out of it. 10-1 Indians going to the top of 5.
It's just the little things, all of the
back to you live. This is Bryce Coder with the OH.Report. Top of the 5th now. Indians 10-1. It appears we have a new pitcher, Hayden Kryn, who was substituted in the batting order last half inning, will come out to pitch. He'll be facing Cale Everode, the number 3 batter. This difficult part of the lineup here, bringing in the new pitcher, hoping that they can get through this and get out of this inning quickly. Isaac Hillman, of course, on deck, batted .444 last season, looking to make that impact. If Cale Everode can get on base here, looking to multiply the effect of that batter. So we look to come set again. Kryn stretching and steps on out of the windup. Our first pitch of the inning is a called ball high. We'll reset here with 1-0. Kryn winding up. The 1-0 is called inside. Looked like a cutting breaking pitch. All even at 1 now. Everode holds those hands high in that stance, ready to get a hold of one. Here comes Kryn. 2-1 now. Behind in the count. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. All even at 2 now. Kryn looking for this strikeout. Come set again. The 2-2 to Everode is hit to the left field side. That one just foul by about 5 feet. So another 2-2 pitch here. In the top of the 5th inning here, it's getting late for the Flames to be able to battle back. They need hits and runs now. The 2-2 payoff pitch. That one is hit high. Looks to be fielded by the first baseman. Backing up, and he can't come up with it. The runner will be safe at first. Ends up trailing back further than it was intended to. Could have been because of that wind. A difficult play all the same. Kryn will reset with a runner on first. A fresh count for Isaac Hillman. Exactly what they wanted. That one a called ball. Kryn loses his hat there. A little help from his friend at third base. Checks the runner. A 6-foot lead. Kicks and deals. Inside 2-0 now with the runner at first. And these are the types of counts where good hitters get dangerous. You know they have to throw you a strike to stay in this count, and that's exactly what you want as a hitter. A 7-foot lead, catching the attention of the pitcher. Runner's on the move, a called ball. Catcher's indifference. The runner will advance to second base without a throw. 3-0 the count now. So we'll reset for the 3-0. The runner taking off for third. Ball Runner called safe. That's ball 4 for the batter. A close play at third there. We'll take another look at that one. The throw down. A bang play. Difficult to see from that angle, but the umpire had a better one and calls him safe. Crin setting up now with runners on the corner. Runner at first likely moving to second. He does not. The ball hit to the third baseman. He checks the runner at third, flips it to first for the force out. Play at the plate is... He's safe! A close play at the plate, but unable to get the tag down. He checks the runner at third, flips it to first, and a beautiful throw back to the catcher. But again, just in time, unable to get that tag down on him. Unfortunately, slides on the bat, it looks like. That has to hurt in that cold weather. A good throw. Look to make the tag. The runner jumps back to the base, and the second he throws it, he takes off for home. Swung on and missed there. The 0-1 count. Pitcher sets. Runner on third. Ball here, 1-1, 10-2. So the Flames starting to crawl back into this one. No outs, middle of their lineup. They've already got a run. They've got a runner on third, looking to make an impact here in the top of the fifth. Kicks and deals for the 1-1. A strike, and he throws down. The runner's in a rundown. He's going to tag him on the third baseline, chasing him down. A great play by the Indians to get the runner. A great throw to the catcher. In the second he let that ball go, the runner knew he was burned. Chases him down. We'll reset here. 1-2. Kicks and deals. Strike 3 ends the inning here. 1 run by the Flames. 2-10 for the Indians going into the bottom of the 5th inning.
It's just the little things.
High school varsity baseball coming back to you live. This is Bryce Coder with the OH.Report. Coming back for the bottom of the fifth, Mount Gilead Indians winning 10-2 over the Mansfield Christian Flames. Top of the order coming up for Mount Gilead, Carter Kennan leading it off. So throwdown is back to the pitcher, and we're ready to play baseball. Lincoln Day still on the bump. Coming out of the windup, he kicks and deals. First pitch of the inning is swung on. That one tipped out of play. 0-1, ahead in the count now. Carter had that injury on the arm earlier. Looks like he's okay. As he's set. That's a drive to the third baseman, fielded cleanly. Fires a throw across the infield to the first baseman. A routine play at first. Gets him by a step and a half. Again, that was a shot from the third baseman. One down now for the Flames. Brings up Hayden Summerlot. A called ball there. Day recollects. Kicks and deals. The 1-0. And that one is a high ball hit to center field. Fielded well by the center fielder. But that one was high out of the strike zone. That was almost a tomahawk swing at that one. At eye level. Center fielder able to stick with it and take it down. Going to bring up Gage Baker with that big RBI triple. Here we go. The pitch is swung on hard and missed. He wanted that one. Now the pitch. High and inside. We'll reset here. And the pitch is swung on, hit over the third baseman's head. A nice try at that grab, but unable to come down with it. Probably got some leather on it. The runner will reach first safely. Nice hit there. Just over the third baseman's head. And now we bring up Nick Garvey. Again, the RBI team leader last season. Already put up 2 earlier in the game, looking to make that bigger impact. And now the pitch. A called strike high in the zone on the letters. The 0-1 pitch ahead in the count. That's exactly what Day wants. The runner's lead is pushing 8 feet. Kicks and deals out of the stretch. Runner's on the move. That's swung on right up the middle. Collected by the shortstop. He bobbles it, flips it to third. Tag the runner at third. The runner is safe at first, but the inning will end. That's 3 outs now. A base running error by the Indians leads to the end of that inning. Runner in motion, but unfortunately couldn't advance to third.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
coming back to you live. Mount Gilead baseball against Mansfield Christian Flames here in Mount Gilead, Ohio. Mount Gilead winning 10-2 in the top of the 6th. Hayden Crin returning to the mound. Ooh, and it hit him. It was Jack Kelly got hit by that pitch there. Now the umpire having a talk with the pitcher quickly, returning to back behind the catcher now. This will bring up Lincoln Day, currently pitching. The runner on first, no outs. Crin kicks and deals out of the stretch, shows bunt, connects the bunt, will be foul. Day runs that all the way out, but will be foul. 0-1 the count now. Down 10-2, you're looking to move those runners into scoring position any way you can. With a speedy runner like Day, you can hopefully pick up that base hit to give yourself that extra runner. Kicks and deals the 0-1, again shows bunt, but pulls back successfully. 1-1 the count now. With the third baseman charging so hard, you do wonder if they're going to continue going forward with this bunt plan. And no, they do not. It's a hit to the shortstop. Dies in the grass. Flips it to second. Gets the lead runner, but will not get the runner at first for the fielder's choice. That ball dies in the infield, looks at first, but realizes how far off the runner is from second base, so decides to get the lead runner there. Potentially could have gotten 2, but instead gets the lead. Crin will reset with a runner on first, a new batter here. That's a low pitch in the dirt. 1-0 now. Runner clapping his hands. The pickoff move, but the runner is right on it. And again the lead out of the stretch. A 5-foot lead from the runner. Pitcher sets, kicks and deals. A called strike down the middle. 1-1 the count now. One and one pitch from Crin, runner on first. 1-2 now. Looks like a meeting from the catcher to talk with the pitcher about this payoff pitch. This is the number 9 batter bringing up the top of the order. This next AB want to make sure they get the outs here. Crin checks the runner, sets, kicks and deals the 1-2, and that's strike 3 down the middle. 2 outs now for the Indians, and that brings up the top of the order. Brock Rensel. And with 2 outs here, looking to get themselves out of this inning. Pitcher looks for a pickoff move, but the first baseman is not covering first. The runner on first able to get back in time. And the runner is now waiting until the pitcher is completely set on that rubber to lead off. The kicks and deal swung on. It's interesting on that secondary lead, the runner on first, their first step was actually back to the base thinking the pickoff move was coming. 0-1 the count now. And the pitch. A called ball, low, 1-1. And as time starts to dwindle, the Flames need some action here on the base pass in any way they can get it. That pitch is outside. 2-1 the count now. Kryn setting again, that runner waiting to lead off. And a hit to center field. That one is over the center fielder's head. The runner is going to advance to third. The batter's going to advance to second. The runner advancing to third slips, and there's going to be a play. But the runner is in there. A good hit there over the center fielder's head. But as you can see, the runner has difficulty tagging there and eventually trips on the base pass and allows for that play to happen. But runner still in scoring position. A great hit there. Swung right through. Ethan Bishop now. Pitched earlier on in this game. Pitched well, but the Indians were hitting the ball. Kicks and deals to Bishop. A called strike. 0-2 the count now. And the Flames need this one. The payoff pitch. Hit foul. And we'll reset again. 0-2 now. Hayden Kryn pitching to Ethan Bishop. Kicks and deals. The payoff is up in the air. In foul territory. Caught by the first baseman to get them out of the inning. The Indians leading 10-2. You're watching high school baseball live and free with the OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
This is Bryce Coder with the OH Report, coming back to you live from Mount Gilead High School, the bottom of the 6th inning here. The Flames will have one more opportunity to advance to bat, but first they'll try to stop the Indians from adding more onto their lead. We want to thank tonight's sponsors for allowing this game to be live and free to fans. We want to thank Sutton Bank, Frito Lay, and Knox Community Hospital. I'm sorry. Lincoln Day returning to the mound again. Judah Reed, the third baseman, coming up to bat for the Indians now. They're looking to break this one open even further now. They've been hitting the ball very, very well. Not too many walks in this game. They've been getting the ball across the plate. But again, the Indians have been putting the ball in play and running the base as well. Day sets for the first pitch of this inning, and that's a hit high to the right fielder. He's ranging. He can't find it. That's in between the right fielder and the center fielder. Batter's running to second. And the throw is into the infield. That will be an E9 that allows the runner to move over to second. Right in between them and behind them. A hit that high is so hard to track, and then factor in this wind, and you have yourself a nightmare. Lincoln resets to Johnny Martinez. Runner on second baseman holding him on. The pitch is in. That's a ball outside. 1-0 the count now. Lincoln will set up for the 1-0. Steps off to check the runner. Fakes the throw, keeping the runner honest. Runner on second, holding the second. That one's high, 2-0. With the runner in scoring position, it sounds counterintuitive, but Lincoln Day has to focus on this batter here with a 2-0 count. The pitch now is a line drive past the second baseman. The runner is going to score. And that'll be... Oh, the throw is to the plate, so the runner's going to advance to second. A line drive on a frozen rope past the second baseman allows for the runner to score, and a throw to the plate allows the runner to advance at second. 11-2 now for the Indians. And the pickoff throw is past him. But Martinez will just hold up there. Mason Barnum at the plate. Now the pitch from Day. Kicks and deals. And that hit him. The third hit by pitch of the afternoon by Day. That wind, the fourth total for the Flames today. No doubt that wind really making a difference. And the gusts here, it'll be calm 1 second. And suddenly the wind will kick up again. It appears we have a substitution in left field defensively. And potentially... No, just a substitution. Okay. So the Indians now, big lead, a runner on first and second, likely holding up on any opportunities to advance if they can. Bringing in 2 substitutions now for the Flames, trying to get some experience for their players. This is a young team for the Flames, want to make sure that all of these players can get in as many reps as they can, maybe if not for this season, but for next season and the season after that. And perhaps a 3rd substitution? So a lot of moving parts for the Flames here. Hayden Kryn coming up to bat now. And we'll come back. Bottom of the sixth. 11-2 Indians. Runner on first and second here. The first pitch to Kryn is inside. 1-0 the count. Day gathers, kicks and deals. That one's high, 2-0 now to Kryn. Runners on first and second. Indians looking to bust this one even wider. The pitch. 3-0 now. Looking to avoid walking the bases full here. Day steps off there. He makes a throw back to second. May have caught the runner on second sleeping for a second, but was able to get back in safely. So Day will reset here. 3-0 the count. Runner on first and second. No outs. This has the potential to get bad. Kicks and deals. Swung on the 3-0 pitch. Something you often don't see at the amateur level. Often you'll be told not to swing at any 3-0 pitch, but decides to in this count. Runners on first and second being covered. Pitch is outside. Bases are now full on the walk. No outs now. As this brings up Kyle St. Clair, son of Kit St. Clair, the middle school coach. We are potentially looking at a run rule here. The pitch is a called strike. 10 runs after 5 innings will trigger the run rule. So the Indians looking to drive in that run and end this game. The pitch from Day is a called ball. 1-1 now, even. Runners at every base. Infielders playing in. Left field playing in as well. And that's a hit to the left fielder. That's past him. The run will score. 2 runs will score. And an RBI, a 2 RBI base hit by Kyle St. Clair. And that will be it for this game. The Indians winning in the bottom of the 6th, 13-2 over the Mansfield Christian Flames. We'll be back with the MVP next here.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Coder with the OH.Report, with the Knox Community Hospital MVP player of the game. I'm here with Gage Baker. He went 4 for 4 in this game. A cold, dreary day. How are you able to stay on top of the ball, come through every single time you're at bat to get the hits?
I think I just saw my strikes and I just watched the ball and just drove the ball.
Yeah, that's really solid. And you had some great plays defensively, really getting the ball across the field quickly. How does the cold affect you when you're trying to play?
Not gonna lie, my hands were a bit cold, and it's trying to keep them warm to be able to throw the ball to first.
Yeah, definitely. We saw you guys bundling up. We saw
Yeah.
you guys losing your hats out there, definitely. Anyone you want to give a shout out to?
I want to thank my family and my coaches, especially.
Awesome. All right, we're with Gage Baker. Thank you so much, Gage. Bryce Coder with the OH.Report with the Knox Community Hospital MVP Player of the Game. We'll be right back.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This is Bryce Coder with the OH.Report with Adam Thompson and Hayden Gray. Wrapping up here, Mount Gilead Indians pick up the win 13-2 with the Sutton Bank post-game show. Thank you all for watching. We'll be live next time. Stay tuned for our schedules, and of course with baseball and softball, everything is weather dependent. We'll see you then. Thank you very much.